Hope you had a good afternoon, everyone. I hope you enjoy this morning session as well as your lunch. So we are going to continue this afternoon. Mom has had a good lunch also. And so now, Mom, we are ready to listen to the continuation of your very learning-filled session. Take it
So,
away, Mom.
thank you very much, ma'am. At magandang hapon sa ating mga teachers ng mathematics. So, pwede na siguro tayong mag-share ng aking PowerPoint. Meron akong iniwan na very simple problem to you. Okay. Hindi ko makikita yung mga sagot. Pero ang kanina, may nabasa ako, arithmetic sequence daw. Okay. Yes, of course. Kaso, what I'm trying to exemplify here is a grade 4 lesson. Mukhang di nila alam yung arithmetic sequence na term. So sa grade 4, ano kaya yung sequence of numbers that could represent a property of this sequence of figures? Ma'am, kung nakikita nyo yung sagot nila, pakisabi ko anong sinasabi. So what sequence of numbers could represent a property of the sequence of figures? Sabi kanina, arithmetic sequence. Dahil, ano ba to? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So, arithmetic sequence nga siya. Kung tayo nasa high school, hindi nila alam sa grade 4 na arithmetic sequence ang tawag dyan. So, ano kaya ang sasabihin nila? So, I hope that they will say, multiples of 3, diba? So, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 are multiples of 3. Remember, when I presented the lesson, I said that the lesson, the topic before that is about least common multiples, and multiples. And then it shifted to the next unit, which is on fraction. So in this case, I thought maybe I should connect it to the previous lesson. Not necessarily naman sa previous lesson, but in this case, I can connect. So the learners can say these are multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Ano yung nire-represent ng 3? Ng 6, ng 9, ng 12, and 15 in this figure. So I chose the words here carefully kasi pwede ko namang sabihin what sequence of numbers can represent this sequence of figures. Pero sinabi ko pa a property of this sequence of figures. So this is to highlight that a number can represent property of a figure. So if you look at the number of squares, so we can say that we use 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 to represent the number of squares. But it can also represent areas. Kung kunyari, if the area of one square is 1, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 would be the area of the figure. However, if the area of the square is 2, then we will have 6, tapos 12, tapos ilan na? 18, and so on and so forth. So, you have a different sequence of numbers which represents the multiples of 6. If we take the number to represent the area of the small square, where the area is 5, then we have another set of multiples of numbers, which are the multiples of 5. So this is to highlight to the learners that numbers are used to represent properties that can be quantified. Kaya tawag na natin mga quantity. So that is one use of number. So in this case, although hindi mo naman you are not going to discuss what I'm trying to explain to you, this will give them a sense. I can actually use numbers to represent. It depends upon how I define things or which property I use the number to. So that's one property of this number. But anyway, this is for review of multiples. So this could be the multiples of 3. Depende kung ano yung tinitingnan. It could be the multiples of 6 or the multiples of 9. The point is, these are multiples of the first number to represent the first figure. So another task that I will, di ba yung aking object of learning in episode 1 is multiples of numbers. So I could also use this task. What do you call the blue underlined numbers? The red underlined numbers? The numbers underlined blue and red, and the number 36. So hopefully, si teacher, when the teacher taught the idea of multiples, ginamit niya yung number line. Okay. So in this case, in the lesson that I'm trying to present, I use the number line kasi ang target ko is makapag-represent talaga sila ng number line apart from the number representing also the figures or the figures representing the numbers. It depends on how you look at it. So in this case, these are numbers. The blue and the red bracket points to a particular position in the number line. And the blue ones, we know that they are multiples of 9. The red ones are multiples of 12. Those underlined by blue and red are common multiples. Dalawa ang common multiples. If you are going to extend the blue one, so you have 36 and then 60. And between 36 and 60, the number 36 represents the least common multiple of 12 and 9. So this is one way of getting the learners not only to recall the property of the idea of multiples, but also present to them two representations of numbers in the number line and in the use of figures. So in this case, alam naman natin yung definition ng multiple. So the teacher during the discussion, so when you say, why do you call them multiples? Okay, they are called multiples because it is a product of the given number, in this case 9, multiplied by another whole number. Wala pa naman silang integer, so you cannot use integer. So a number that is multiplied by any number in the set of natural numbers or counting numbers, you would be the multiple of that number. So in this case, recall, may konting problem solving, may konting hint about the representation of the numbers. So that's episode 1. In episode 2, because here, these are whole numbers and they have multiples. And this is how you represent the multiples. What other numbers do you know? Diba? Fractions. Wala naman silang alam na kundi decimals and fractions. So let's take fraction. So if whole numbers have multiples, what about fractions? Okay. So this is now episode 2 kasi nag-shift na yung focus ng mathematics. So do you think fractions also have multiples? And why do you think so? Ano ma'am yung sagot sa ano? May sumasagot po sa ano? Yes or no lang to. Do you think fractions also have multiples? So, di ko alam kung sinong sumasagot. Anyway.
Ma'am, sorry, nakamute pala ako. So, right now, wala pa pong answer. Oh, yes, there's an answer from Sir Inductivo. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. So why do you think so? And supposedly you're going to answer. So what could be the multiples of 3/4? Mm,
There are many yeses po dito.
okay. So sana meron silang sabihin sa akin, what could be the multiples of 3/4?
Okay. They said, Sir Inductivo said, multiply it by 1, 2, 3, and so on.
Kaso hindi pa sila marunong mag-multiply. Yung multiplication ng fraction later pa. This is grade 4.
Ma'am Lorna Pascual Santos said yes, but there's no explanation also.
Okay. Ano kaya yung multiple ng 3/4 ang sagot nila?
I'm waiting for their answer.
Based on just give me one example of a multiple of 3/4.
Here's an answer from Mr. Orejola. 3/4, 3/2, 9/4, 3.
3/2.
Yes, sir.
3/4.
3/4, 3/2, 9/4, 3.
Okay. Siyempre mag-explain si Sir kung ano yung multiples of 3/4 and I'm going to ask, how did you get that? So here are some of the possible responses of the learners. Kasi siyempre, the lesson is about providing learners with experiences on the use of the different representations. Representations can be visuals, can be diagram, or symbols, or in this case, pwede yung number line. So solution 1, the learners could probably look at this one. So if I have this figure, 3/4. Kaya kanina dun sa episode 1, meron na agad na parang hint na you can use figure to represent multiples. But in that case, isa-isa yung tingin ng bawat square.
Yeah.
But when you are representing a fraction, siyempre dito, in this case, 3/4 could represent the part of a whole. So ito yung 3/4. And then multiples is about multiplying, sabi, pero it's also about adding the number, di ba? So yan. So here, you added another layer. So that would be, when you add another layer, you have the wholes. Okay? So these are the things so we have 1 and 2/4, you have 2 and 1/4, you have 3, diba? 3 wholes, and then you have 3 and 3/4. So that could be a possible learner's solution. And solution 2 could be merong gagawa niyan, 3/4, o ito, 3/4, another 3/4. Paano kaya niya nakuha yung 6/4, and then you just have to ask that. So we have 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, 3/4 plus 1/4, 4/4 plus 1/4, and so on. So you have 6/4. Okay? Kasi previously meron na silang fraction greater than 1, and hopefully they can do this. Okay. So my point here is that is solution 2. Solution 3, pwede din naman silang number line. So 3/4. So in this case, so that is 3/4. Tapos that's the measure of 3/4. Same distance naman from 3/4 to this distance, and then okay. So here you can see that you are adding the same ano. Okay, so you have 5/6/7, 5/4, 6/4. Okay, so the one that's pointed by the arrow are the multiples. So from visuals to a little bit abstract one, which is on the number line. And they know that 6/4 is 1 and 2/4 from the figure kanina, di ba? From the figure kanina, dapat alam na makikita nila na the second multiple is represented by 1 and 2/4 or 1.5. and then 2 and a fourth, and then that's 3 and 3/4. So the representation that the learners will experience is not just about the visuals and the number line, but 6/4 is a representation also of 1 and 3/4. 1 and 2/4 is another representation of the number 9/4. Okay? And 1, para magkaka-pattern, so 1 can be represented by 4/4 or 4/4, and then 8/4. Okay? So now you have a complete number line where all the numbers are represented by fractions. So we do not say, may narinig kasi ako na a number line is represented by whole numbers and fractions. Well, that's not technically incorrect. Pero just to show them that the bigger set of number is the set of rational numbers, which in the elementary is called fractions. So kahit pa yan kahit pa siya whole numbers, it can be represented by a fraction. Okay? And the whole numbers that can be represented by a fraction, kasi whole number siyempre it's either equal to 1 or greater than 1. Pag yung lahat ng greater than 1 can be represented by a mixed number. So in the previous grade, they know that there are set of numbers that is greater than 1. Here, they will now know that the numbers greater than 1 could either be improper, or it can also be represented by a mixed number, a whole and a fraction. But so here, the learners will see that fractions, just like the whole numbers, also have that property of multiples. Okay. And then you can ask them to make their observation. And then, well, what about the multiples of 3 using the number line method? Now, sa lesson study, hindi lang basta may task ka. You need to be very careful in the choice of the word as well as in the method. Bakit sinabi ko na number line method? Kasi yun yung gusto ko na pa-abstract na grade 4 na tayo as much as possible. Medyo bitawan na natin yung visuals and emphasize the use of the number line. Kasi the number line will also represent later in high school as the set of real numbers. Gagamitin din siya to show the location of the different numbers. Kaya sasanayin na naka-number line by this point. So determine the multiples of 1/3 using the number line method. So in episode 3 and episode 4, the teacher can just discuss the notion of equivalent and also give emphasis on explanation, learners explaining their answer. And then extend the problem. So do you think can also have a least common multiple? If we can determine a least common multiple for 2 numbers, is it also possible for fractions? Tinignan ko yung CG, walang ganon. Pero, meron siyang paggagamitan na hindi siya nakikita dun sa CG. So, if you ask them, find the least common multiple of 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/2 on the number line. So, same method. By this time, alam na nila pagkuha ng least common multiple sa number line. And then, they know na darating sila dun sa multiple ng 2 is 12/2. Multiple ng 1/3 would have 18/3, which is the number 6. Diba? That number 6 is actually the least common denominator. So may visuals ka pa rin, may representation pa rin, tapos gagamitin mo na rin siya pagdating dun sa addition of dissimilar fraction. So that's why when we plan the lesson study, we look at the whole unit para connected lahat. We should have a coherent story about numbers kasi sa unit na to, especially sa elementary ang daming topic about numbers. So dapat alam nila na ganito pala yung kuha ng number. Hindi pag fraction, pag whole number, iba yung ginagawa. At iba din yung mga property. Pag fractions na, parang naiiba na siyang iba na naman yung mga property. Well, there are different ways of working with fractions, but it is a number and it must have the same property as the whole numbers. Tapos pagdating na naman dun sa decimals, decimals fractions din naman siya. So dapat yung property na tinuturo natin about whole numbers and fractions and decimals, pare-parehas lang siya. Decimal is a fraction as well. So this is just one lesson within the unit. Pero kung titingnan mo yung pagkapili ng task, mako-connect mo siya, i-connect mo siya dun sa previous, tapos pinag-isipan mo na rin yung susunod na lesson. So that's how you plan the research lesson in lesson study. And also, syempre hindi ko ma-execute dito kasi naka-online tayo, ang hirap on my part to do the discussion. And the reason I chose fraction is I know that the audience is from grades 1 to 12 ba yan, or 10, and at least medyo ito nasa gitna. Everybody knows fraction. Next, how to do lesson study. This is now the post-lesson analysis and reflection, where you make sense of the data and what was observed. And you also identify new learning. Now, unlike the shortest, among the activities of lesson study, the shortest is the third one, yung implementation. 1 hour lang talaga yan. Pwede man yan sumobra or konti. Pero yung study, yung plan, and the post-lesson analysis, they are very long. Yung post-lesson analysis, right after the lesson or within the day, you do a post-lesson analysis. But it doesn't stop there because it includes reflection. You need to internalize and study what happens during the discussion after the lesson, and then also write your learning. So kaya ito mahaba din to. Okay. So what do you do? The lesson implementer shares her reflection. This is how you do the post-lesson analysis. Hopefully there is a facilitator from the lesson study team, if not the master teacher, if not the department head who knows about the lesson study. Hindi yung invite mo lang para mag-moderate. Dapat medyo alam niya yung lesson study kahit hindi siya part ng team. So the process usually starts with the lesson implementer shares her reflection. Kasi the observer will just see the implementer. You don't know what's going on in the mind of the one who taught the lesson. You don't know some of the decisions he or she is making. So, mas maganda na siya na yung maunang magsalita tungkol dun sa palagay niya ang nangyari dun sa lesson. Normally, of course, we should start with something positive. Saang part ng lesson siya natuwa. Saang part nakita niya na, nahihirapan yung mga bata. O saan part yung nakalimutan niya, may nakalimutan lang pala talaga. Minsan sa observer would look at it, ay naku, may gap yung lesson. Syempre, tao lang naman yung nag-implement, nakalimutan niya. So, pwede na niyang sabihin dito, yung pala, nakalimutan ko, hindi ko nabalikan. So, kung nabalikan man niya, sasabihin natin, bakit disorganized? Nakalimutan nga. So, pwede niyang sabihin niya dito. So, it's all about the lesson implementer's reflection. Siya yung part siya ng team, alam niya yung lesson, siya yung nag-execute, siya yung nakakaramdam nung Another reason is, syempre, na-nervous naman yung yung nag-implement. So, mas maganda magsalita siya, nakakakalma din naman kung mag-share ka ng iyong experience. Okay. The next is the lesson team members share their observation of learners and the data collected. Okay? Kasi di ba, para kang may nire-research, di ba? So, you collect data from there and then you also share as well as if you have a reflection or insight about the data you collected, you can do that. Then after that, the facilitator and the moderator invites questions and comments from other observers. Yung other observers na yan, ang tanong niya dapat ay ang comment niya ay kung paano matutulungan yung lesson study team to further analyze the lesson or share to them how the lesson address the lesson study goal. Okay? At kung hindi man na-address, kung may suggestion siya, pwede niyang sabihin. So, when you, if you are observing, the idea is for you to help the lesson study team make sense about the research lesson and the learner's reaction in the lesson. Okay? So that's the job of the observers. And then maganda if there is an outside specialist who could provide a further commentary. Sometimes they call them knowledgeable other. It's best if there's someone from the academe who you can invite to do the final commentary and further analysis of the lesson. But you can also ask the help of the instructional leaders, yung master teacher, department head. Pwede rin naman to further give commentary on the lesson. So pwede niyang i-summarize yung lahat ng comments o synthesize it para mas madalian yung lesson study team. Pwede din siyang kasi the specialist is given a copy of the lesson plan and the including the rationale of the lesson study project beforehand, mga 1 or 2 weeks before the implementation. So may time to prepare for the further commentary. Kasi ang trabaho niya is matulungan yung lesson study team. Kasi this is just one lesson. So, na ginawa nila. So when you comment, dapat medyo general na yung mga strategies na ginamit nila, pwedeng sabihin na pwede nyo rin itong gamitin sa next lesson and in the other lesson. Or in general, pag nagturo ng math, ganito yung gagawin based on the lesson study. So that's the job of the knowledgeable other. So the first 4 bullets will happen within the day or the next day or just after the lesson implementation, depende kung may time. Usually, maganda kung nag-implement sa umaga, sa hapon na yung post-lesson analysis and reflection. And then, on another time, the team will now discuss and reflect on the inputs during the post-lesson analysis. Kaya meron dapat documenter yung team. And also the lesson study members are taking notes, or better perhaps, i-record nyo yung post-lesson analysis. And then on another time, the team reflects on what they learned during the lesson study cycle. And after that, depende sa time again, you may revise the lesson and another teacher may volunteer to execute the lesson again. Hindi naman siya requirement sa lesson study na merong, dapat nag-execute ako, dapat mag-execute ka rin. Of course, lahat kayo mag-execute kasi you're probably in the same year level. Pero pwedeng isa na lang yung papanoorin ng lahat. Otherwise, madi-disrupt mo yung every time. Kung lahat ay magpapa-observe, na-disrupt na yung buong klase. So, once is enough. Pero kung may bakante na iba na pwede kang samahan, you can do that. But all the lesson study members is advised, are encouraged to execute the lesson in their own classes na. Okay? In your own class and in your own class. So that's for analysis and reflection part of the lesson study. So in summary, the lesson study process, you study, You plan, you teach, analyze and reflect, and then you share. Di pa ako tapos sa share. At this point, kung merong sagot, okay. I mean, kung merong questions, you may ask your questions. You can just type in. Now, meron ba?
Ma'am, there are no questions, but I would just like to inform you that you have listeners from Jeddah, all the way from Philippine School in Jeddah, Karen Luces Macabanding. You have also a listener, you have also participants from Cavite, from Father Luigi Caborloto, Elna Joy Lumanoy. We also have from Naga, ma'am. Naga City Montessori School, Connie Camarote. And of course, there are so many from the National Capital Region, from NCR.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Welcome to the session. So we started with trying to identify the lesson study that you do. I mean the professional development that you do in your school. So meron tayong demonstration teaching, then we have the LAC session. And here we're proposing lesson study, which I think has more rigor and more scientific method of doing your own professional development. Now, but these are some of the things according to research. Kasi siyempre, it originated in Japan, but as countries adapt it, hindi naman sinasabi na dapat kaparehas nung sa Japan, no? You need to adapt it in your own in your own context. But there are things that are important na critical na dapat wag mong babaguhin. At ang sabi dito, these are the things that we need to pay attention to. Normally, the initial phase of lesson study, which is the study of curriculum content and teaching materials to gain knowledge and insight into both the subject matter and how students think in relation to it, are not anymore done by those who adapt the lesson study. So they are left out. In fact, nung nag-start kami sa NISMED, hindi namin din na-focusan masyado. Very short lang yung study part. Diretso agad dun sa lesson plan, but we did have a 3-day training first with the teachers, and there was a study of the task to be done, but not in greater depth in terms of studying the curriculum content and the teaching materials. And so when you execute your study, kanina ang tagal-tagal ko dun sa study. The reason is this one. We should not leave this out in the lesson study process, because this is where we learn about what we are trying to problematize or research on or do lesson study on. Yeah, very important. Another aspect that is left out as lesson study globalizes is there is a severe compression of time frame for completion of all components of the lesson study cycle. Sabi dito, ang typical time frame daw in Japan is 5 weeks. Tayo minsan nagle-lesson study in 3 days, execution na. So maraming aspects kasi it is in the process of doing lesson study that we learn about our own way of teaching, about the knowledge that we need to consider when we develop our lesson. So hindi siya madalian. Kaya nga if you want to do a lesson study in September, July pa lang magplano na. July at least bakasyon, di ba? So sabi dito, typical time frame in Japan is 5 weeks. And that is, alam na nila kung paano yung proseso ng lesson study. So siguro, it's the planning and the planning ang matagal sa kanila, including the number 1, which is study. Yan natatagalan doon. Kasi yung execution, 1 day lang naman. And then there's a post-lesson analysis. So the typical time frame is 5 weeks, and that's for experienced Japanese teachers. So siguro sa atin, medyo matagal-tagal. Hindi naman yan 5 weeks na araw-araw yun na lang ang ginawa mo. Hindi. You need to set a meeting. Siguro, okay, dito sa study, you just collect all the materials that you want to read. next meeting, another, siguro sa last session, next meeting, pag-usapan na kung ano na yung mga, the lesson study goal, paano kaya natin i-formulate. Another meeting, another siguro 30 or 45 minutes, let's propose theory of action for this, and so on. So,
Ma'am,
yes?
in relation to that, there's a comment here. Blessed afternoon po. Since the school year is about to begin, what is the best time to start the lesson study we want to have?
Timing nga yung NTAP, dapat ngayon na. Dapat ngayon na. I mean, hindi naman ngayon na. Ngayon siguro nag-isip-isip na. During the first day of school, dapat, I would suggest that the department or the group of teachers, kung sa high school, di ba, may department, will now sit and focus on formulating the long-term goal for the department. Diba? Dapat magpo-formulate na. So by second or third week, each group of teachers within the year level can now start formulating the sub-goal, identifying the topic, and so on. So by mga September, first week of September, probably yun na yung topic ninyo na you can do the lesson study on. So i-anticipate nyo. First week of September, ano kaya yung topic doon? Tapos, ano kaya yung pinakamahirap doon? Okay? So that's how you plan. Another aspects of Japanese lesson study that is left out is misunderstanding the purpose of lesson study as about perfecting a specific lesson plan as opposed to gaining new knowledge and insight into the process of teaching and learning through research. This morning I emphasized that lesson study is a kind of specialized form of action research. And it is not about perfecting a lesson plan. No. There's no such thing as a perfect lesson plan or a perfect lesson because your learner changes. Papasok yan ng iba-iba yung dala na math, iba-ibang level. Iba-iba tayong konteksto. Merong may 20 lang na estudyante, merong 40 estudyante, meron ding mga teachers na 80 yung estudyante. So yung lesson plan na, ang ganda-ganda na nung lesson plan, perfect na to. Perfect siguro dahil ang estudyante mo ay 30. What about, baka kailangan siyang i-adjust when your number of students is 80. So that's why lesson study is not about perfecting a specific lesson plan. Of course, you want it the best when you are planning it. But it is about participating in the process to gain knowledge and insight into the process of teaching and learning. The fourth is misconstruing the purpose of lesson study as showcasing the best practices for teaching a subject. Kaya hindi namin sinasabi na yung lesson study implementation is a demonstration teaching. Kasi when you demonstrate, you are trying to showcase something. That's demonstration teaching. Or you are trying to showcase your own competence in teaching. The purpose of the implementation of the lesson study is to test and collect data about how that proposal will address the lesson study goal or how that proposal will support student learning of the topic. So magko-collect ka pa lang ng data. Ngayon, siguro kung na-execute nyo na yung lesson, maganda, and then you were asked, kunyari sa isang LAC session or sa isang gathering ng teachers, you were asked to demonstrate a lesson, baka pwede mo nang gamitin yung sa lesson study na nagawa kasi more or less may evidence ka na nagsasabi na if you do this, then this is how the learners will for example, solve the problem. Parang gano'n. So, kaya magkaiba siya. Lesson study implementation is not demonstration teaching. But the product of lesson study can be used in a demonstration teaching. May experience ako na nag-implement siya ng lesson study tapos kunyari, magpapapirma ng demonstration teaching, yung ginawa ng supervisor, sige, kasi nag-effort naman talaga na mag-demonstrate. Sige, i-revise mo siya based dun sa post-lesson analysis and na ginawa, and then I would sign it. Yung revised, pwedeng ganon.
Ma'am,
Yes?
maybe this question is related. Ma'am Beth Floralde is asking what benefits could each member get if they do lesson study?
Member ng MTAP? O member ng lesson study team? Hindi ko alam kung anong member.
Ma'am Beth, she did not specify. Maybe MTAP member.
MTAP members. Okay. Siguro mamaya, sagutin ko siya mamaya kung ano yung magiging benefit niya. Kung gagawa siya ng lesson study. Not necessarily a member of MTAP, but what would benefit you as teacher. Pero kanina, in-explain ko na, it's about your improving your knowledge and competence for teaching the subject. So you get to internalize and evidence a process by which you can contribute or research the teaching of a particular topic. So as for MTAP, di ko alam kung ang MTAP would have some sort of a contest or something.
She verified not MTAP member but member ng lesson study.
Di ko alam si ma'am kung present kanina dun sa kaninang morning session. By going through the process of the lesson study, tingnan natin, ibalik ko dito. Okay. Ito yung lesson study process.
Specifically, ma'am, the member of the team, the lesson study team.
The lesson study. Yes.
Okay, it seems that nag-freeze ba si ma'am? I don't know if ma'am has a problem with the connection or me. So we're going to wait for her to be reconnected. And I think, Dylan, was ma'am disconnected? I think so.
Hello
so
po.
let us...
Wala po. Hintayin lang po natin. Sorry.
Oo, hintayin lang natin. So while doing that, siguro basahin ko lang yung mga nasa comments while waiting for ma'am. It seems na disconnect siya. So I failed to, I think, recognize yung nag-question kanina about the, there was a question earlier from Luisa Mayuga. I hope your question was answered. Yan. Na-answer na yan ni ma'am. And then there are many participants here from, there's someone from Sorsogon. The name is Beth Floralde from Bicol, Sorsogon. Wow. Buti pa siya nakakonect. Si ma'am, inulan yata sa Quezon City kanina. So, nasira ang connection. By the way, what happens is you just keep on typing your questions and we will ask ma'am. Unlike this morning, iniwan natin si ma'am mag-isa. Ngayon, sinamahan natin so that if you have questions, mababasa ko for her. Si Beth ay solo lang nag-attend sa district nila from Sorsogon. Okay? Si Connie, taga Naga. Meron ditong taga Mandaluyong Abis. Si Maylin, Tumanan. I hope dumating agad si ma'am. Kaya si maraming taga Mandaluyong dito. Sunod-sunod. Josephine Agustin, this is Maranan. Hanapin natin yung mga, okay? So by the way, habang naghihintay din, I would just like to announce the latest in MTAP. Siguro na-announce na ng mga supervisors nyo, no? Those from NCR, we will have after this training of teachers, we will have training of students, which will start. We will have Saturday training that hopes to start on October 7. And after the students training, meron naman tayong competition only in NCR. That will be an MTAP contest for NCR people. And what will happen is the public schools will compete against each other, and then the private schools will also compete. Pero hindi na magko-compete ang public against private. And the science schools, the science high school will compete with the private schools. Meron ba diyang taga-MTAP board na gustong samahan ako dito sa loob habang hinihintay si ma'am? Baka may gusto kayong i-announce in your respective divisions. Potatan Elementary Schools, Cynthia Perez. Saan nga ba ang Potatan? We have Jimmy Hernandez from Caloocan. We have Alan from Aurora Quezon. No, Aurora Quezon Elementary School, actually. Maraming Ay!
Hello,
Dila.
ma'am. Samahan po kita.
Oo, buti sumama ka na. Ay, ano kayang nangyari kay ma'am?
Hinihintay ko lang po ang kanyang pasabi
Mahirap.
kung ano po ang nangyari.
Wala tayong direct na communication sa kanya no? So, hindi natin matawagan. So,
ito po, no? So, na-enjoy ko rin po, no? Bagong topic kasi ako po ay hindi math major.
Hindi ka ba math major?
Hindi po ako math major. So, medyo dumudugo po yung ilan ko.
Pero hindi naman siya math na math. Siya
pero
naman ay...
yung maganda po yung you study your lesson, you plan your lesson, talagang and it shows na kailangan po talaga nating paghandaan. May it be math subject or not, every lesson that we provide to our learners, we need to plan, we need to study, no? Ayun po. And based on sa amin po sa TLE, maikumpara ko kasi yun po ang aking
TLE ka?
TLE po ako. And maganda po na, di ba po, iba-iba kami ng, for example, may cookery, may ICT. And from there, talagang mahirap po pag hindi mo siya major. Kung halimbawa, hindi ka marunong magluto, paano ka magtuturo ng cookery? Ganon din po sa math. So, we have to prepare ourselves. Tamang-tama, very timely po. Habang brigada pa lang, nagpe-prepare na po tayo for our lessons. No?
By the way, talking about TLE, I think math is very important also.
Yes,
when cooking, di ba, measurement, maraming math na kailangan sa
conversion of units po.
Or sa TLE.
Yan. Conversion of units, sa technical drafting po, yung mga measurements.
Yeah.
Yung sa cookery, yung mga ingredients. Ayan po. Yung mga math. Numeracy skills.
These are necessary.
Math talaga, kahit saan po makikita natin. Any subject. Parang isa po yan sa tanong, ma'am, ng mga senior high school na graduating, no? Sabi nila, ma'am, meron bang subject na walang math? Pagdating ng college, parang wala po ako maiisip na anong career ba ang walang math?
You know what? I think di nila dapat iwasan ang math because even if it is not offered in school, sa totoong buhay, hindi mo maiiwan ang math. In your everyday life, math is always there. Diba?
Yes po.
So, pag iniwasan mo yan, lugi ka.
Paano na?
Baka palagi kang malalamangan. Sa kwento.
Pamasahe pa lang, no po.
Yeah.
Pamasahe, sukli. Ayan.
Sa bahay,
Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am, ratio and proportion. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Beth. Oo, halimbawa sa pagkain, no, ma'am? O hatian ng grupo. O, paano kung hindi ka marunong ng ratio and proportion? Paano ka maghihiwa?
Oh. Gigimik lang kayong magkakaibigan. Tapos, hati-hati dun sa bill, no? So, paano yan?
Paano na? Hindi natin alam. Ikaw na pala nagbayad ng malaking portion, ano?
Ma'am Remy is here. Hello, everyone daw. Ma'am Remy. Oh, gusto mo ipasok si Ma'am Remy?
Ma'am Remy, naipasa po ba ang inyong ang StreamYard code sa inyo? Baka, baka meron po tayong math supervisor.
Announcement sa Manila. Ma'am Remy is the supervisor in Manila. Baka may announcement po kayo. The problem is we do not know what happened to our speaker.
Wait lang po
Makakabalik ba siya or what? So we know what to do.
Hi, Miss Ana Lu. Saan po itong Liberato Damian Elementary School? Nakakatuwa po, ma'am, kasi akala ko NCR lang. Makikita natin. Ayan. Si Miss Remy pala yung binigyan ko ng ng strepsils kahapon ay ng snow bear. Ayan, ma'am. Pahinga po muna.
Pwede naman makita yung beauty nyo kahit hindi ka. Liberato Damian is from what area? Medyo hindi ko kabisado.
Ayun nga po, no. Balikan ko. Natutuwa ko kasi NCR lang po dapat ang target. Pero para tayong nationwide, ma'am.
Oh, si Dr. Sid Aguilar. Pasok mo. Okay. Dr. Aguilar is requesting to make this announcement. We will have, MTAP will have a national conference in Baguio on May 24 to 26, 2024. So, umpisa ng paghandaan ang pamasahe going to Baguio sa May 24 to 26. National conference after 2 years bang absence natin or 3 years? When was the last time na nagkaroon tayo ng national conference? So, eto na. So, yung last conference natin, nandyan pa si Sister. Kilala mo si Sister?
Opo, last time. Saan po ba yung last time? Araneta po ba yun?
Hindi ka pala man.
Opo.
So, malamang hindi mo pa kilala si Sister.
Nandun po ako.
Nandun ka?
Opo, TWG din po ako that time.
At Pasig pala yung Liberato Damian.
Malapit lang din po. Hi, Miss Melody.
Alam ba that 1/3 of the participants of our conference, of our seminar workshop, are the teachers from Pasig?
Yes. Ang dami po nila, no?
So,
nakakatuwa.
Sipag ng mga alagad ni Biko.
Lalo pag nakakadaupang palad po, lalo kasi si Pag.
Goodwill Elementary School. Bago sa akin yung school na yon, from Quezon City.
Goodwill. Ayun, Pag pag minsan pag hindi pangalan po ang name ng school, parang iisipin mong private school, po.
Yan. Ano mo, ang guide ko lang para malaman ko kung private or public. Pag may nakalagay sa dulo na elementary school, public. Kasi yung mga private school, di ba? Walang elementary school sa dulo or high school sa dulo.
Opo.
Kung minsan meron yung
Sabagay,
high
oo nga po.
school. So, yun.
Ayun.
Uh,
Sabi po ni Miss Lorraine Rose Berdin, through LS, we developed a practice that focus on analyzing students' responses. Ano po ang LS? Sorry.
learning
Ah,
L, uh,
yun.
I
Learning
think
study, tama po ba ako? Yun po ba yung topic? Yun yung topic natin kanina po, no? So,
learning
na-apply
study.
na. Na-apply na po talaga natin. Ngayon lang po natin siguro na pangalanan na ano siya, learning
Actually,
study.
medyo matagal na tong learning study na to. Uh, we have
Learning study po
principal
pala,
from
sorry.
Santo Tomas City.
Ayan.
Santo Tomas, Batangas.
We have one participant from Batangas po, si Sir Marlon. Ayun. Yung iba po natatandaan ko yung mga nag-register.
Mm.
At nagkita-kita po tayo kahapon.
Sorry ma'am, topic natin ang
Lesson
LS.
study pala, ayan.
Ang
Hindi talaga ako pag
ang lesson study, pare-pareho kaming natataranta dito. Kasi we do not know whether babalik ba kaya si ma'am o tatapusin ba natin ito? Ibigay ba ng talk si Ma'am Male? Andiyan si Ma'am Male. Oh.
Hi po, ma'am.
Kasi walang
Sorry
boses
na
si
po.
Ma'am Mariana.
Oo nga po. Barcelona, Sorsogon. Hi po. I miss Florelde. Parang Barcelona, Spain po ang dating, ano? Sir, ayan.
From SBO Tarlac, we have Clemente de la Cruz. Bray. Is that Bray?
Ayan. Si
San
wow,
Jose.
Tarlac. Ang layo din.
Mm-mm. That's the beauty of online, no? Kasi kahit gaano kalayo, imagine yung nasa Jeddah nga eh. No?
Yes, no, ang
So,
galing. International pala tayo, ma'am. Hindi pala, national.
oh yeah. You know what? When you go to other countries, when you meet math teachers, ang palaging common ground yung MTAP.
Wow, ang
Let me
galing.
share with you a very recent story. We joined a competition a few weeks ago in Korea. And do you know that the coaches from the different countries, nakakatawa, coach from Cambodia, coach from Thailand, coach from Indonesia, they are all Filipinos. Filipino teachers. So, and mga MTAP, so laging common ground. MTAP, ma'am, nag-MTAP ka noon. MTAP member sila. And then, ayun, nasa abroad sila. At ayokong sabihin ang sweldo. But nakaka-proud because
Yes.
nakaka-proud.
Ano sa atin?
Nakakalungkot. Proud kasi nagko-coach sila ng foreigners. Nakakalungkot kasi
Sana sa atin sila.
diba?
Diba po? Sana mga students natin ay nako-coach din po.
Ibang lahi yung kanilang pinapagaling at inilalaban.
Sabi po ni Sir Joel, hello Ma'am Beth Floralde. Nag-attend ka pala ng on-site. Sa Barcelona daw po siya nagtuturo sa San Antonio National High School. Ayan.
Wait, Barcelona what?
Sorsogon, tama ba? Oo, yun po. Barcelona, Sorsogon. Parang Barcelona, Spain po, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, may nag-iisa po tayong registrant. Overseas ang nakalagay. Hindi lang po nakalagay kung saan siya.
May nakita ko kanina from Jeddah.
Opo, yun nga. Baka siya...
Sorsogon nga si Beth.
Di ba? Kahit po nasa ibang bansa, nahanap-hanap pa rin ang training ng MTAP.
Oo, puhunan nila din yan so that they get a good job. I was talking to, nakatabi ko sa isang seminar again abroad. Is from Indonesia. So, English naman ako. Mamaya, Filipina pala siya. And I learned na, ano siya, principal ng isang private school sa Indonesia. And then, ang kwento niya, pag kailangan nila ng teachers, priority nila talaga Filipino. Kasi pagka daw Filipino teachers nang nakuha nila, wala na silang problema. Pag other lahi daw, mas may problema sila. Galing, no? Galing
Iba ang
naman
kalidad ng Filipino
teachers,
teachers.
no? Nakakatuwa.
Sabi po ni Miss Beth, welcome to Barcelona. PM lang po if you want to visit there.
Wow.
And I have something for Barcelonians. Parang Spain, no? Parang may pasalubong from Spain. Ang taray. Ayan. Sabi ni Miss Lorna Pascual Santos, i-shout out ko lang po ang mga magagaling naming MTOP resource speakers. Si,
Grade 11.
ayan. Ayan
Si
po.
Mark Vidalio.
Miss Lines. Hi,
Ma'am,
Doc.
Ba?
15 minutes pala, nawala. Sa nung slide up nawala?
Oh, ay ma'am, di niyo napansin po na nawala kayo?
Hindi.
Oo, nag-message po ako sa ano.
Oh, marami na kami.
Shout out.
Okay, so, pare-pareho.
Saan ako nawala?
Uh,
Ano bang part? Anybody
We're
from the
I think
audience
we're
po?
done with number 4 po.
Ayan.
Ah?
Sige.
After number 4, ma'am. After you
number-
discussed number 4.
After I discuss number 4,
Ayan.
Po.
dito, diyan ako nawala.
Share.
Sige po, ma'am. Iwan ko na po kayo, ha?
Tapos na po kayo sa number 4, ma'am. Misconstruing. Diyan po kayo natapos, ma'am.
Okay. So, ang last is share, which is very important. We contribute to knowledge and we learn more by sharing. We contribute to knowledge about teaching a particular topic and about our own learning. So, when you share sa lesson study, you can write a report about your lesson study. I will share the format. You can share your lesson study report within the department, whole school, district, or division. You can present in conferences organized by Ms. Med. We always welcome teachers' presentation, pals and walls, and share in media. So, for example, this is how a lesson study cycle would look like. So, una, time frame and the goals. So, nung nag-study kayo is from this date to this date and how many hours. And then during the planning, how many hours. Post-lesson analysis, how many hours. And of course, the lesson study goal and the learnings from lesson study. And then study and planning, major findings from study and planning phases. What we learned, what was hard, what was beneficial, and what resources were found useful. And then your also photos, major questions, norms, big ideas. Then you also present anticipated and actual thinking of the learner. The student work that you anticipated, tapos yung actual talaga na nagawa ng learner, including those written on the board, information about the process of student learning during the research lesson. And then you also report the post-lesson discussion, the photo of group in discussion, summary of big ideas or learning from the research lesson. And then you report what you learned, 3 things that you would like to remember the next time you teach this content, what you will do differently in your teaching as a result of this experience, any changes in your thinking about student learning, curriculum, and teaching. Now, this report can be done individually or by the group. So, as said, you also report, you can also report your lesson study work in conferences. We had the first National Convention on Lesson Study. These teachers here first attended a lesson study training at NISMED, and then they share their lesson study output in the form of a symposium. So each of them has a topic to share during the conference. So symposium siya. And then here's another group of teachers who presented their work. Itong group of teachers na to ay also in sa Pulse Conference. They did not participate in any training of NISMED sa lesson study. They were trained by the teachers that were trained by NISMED. So parang offshoot na sila. And then our first major lesson study projects were through Rizal High School and Santa Lucia High School. So sila medyo experience na sila mag-present sa conferences ng NISMED. We asked them to present their work. And then here, I encourage them to present in the World Association of Lesson Studies held in Nagoya that time. Ang nauna is Ronald Lucasia from Rizal High School, and the bottom one is also sharing their lesson studies. So hindi lang naman tungkol dun sa research lesson, but as well as other studies that you can do. And then NISMED has a program, Go Teacher Go, sa DCUP. So we invited teachers na ikwento yung kanilang lesson study, yung kanilang lesson plan, and the learnings that they acquire in doing lesson study. So dito ay grade 7 teachers of Santa Lucia High School. And then we converted kasi yung DCU, yung Go Teacher Go ay audio, nilagyan namin ng visuals, so naging na siyang video. Yung visuals kasi pag nagkwento ka about the lesson, walang nakikita yung audience. So habang silang nagkukwento about the lesson, nilagyan namin ng visuals para it could be a resource for teachers as well when they teach about teaching subtraction with negative numbers. And it's also a resource for lesson study. So here, the teachers contribute to knowledge about practice, to knowledge about teaching integers, but they also contribute to knowledge about how to do lesson study. So dito minsan I play the video to explain to the teachers how you do lesson study and how you should report your lesson study. So paki-access na lang sa NISMED TV. If you have this link, pwede rin naman. It's for public consumption. So pwede nyong tingnan. Kompleto siya from the formulation of the lesson study goal up to the execution of the lesson and the reflection and the sharing. Ito na nga na ginawa nila. So kompleto yung proseso. So we have another topic also from Santa Lucia High School. It's about teaching conditional probability. So again, nag-start muna sa radyo, audio muna, and then kinonvert namin into video resources. So that these teachers contribute to the knowledge about practice. Next, this is the third and last video that we were able to produce. This is about sustaining lesson study as professional learning activity. Kasi after ng lesson study project with Santa Lucia, they continue doing it. And so they share that aspect of their lesson study, kung ano nang ginawa nila nung pagkatapos nung project ng NISMED. And that's also a valuable knowledge for teachers and for professional developers. So hindi na ako paulit-ulit minsan na nag-explain kung paano mag-report or paano pinapakita ko na lang yung video para diretso na. Okay? At maraming salamat. Kung pwedeng malagay itong form sa chat so that the teachers can click and then if they can accomplish the survey form. It's about this training. At yun na po. Nakuha na po yung okay.
Miss Dylan, please copy the link so that we can share it to our participants. so that they can fill up that form. Thank you very, very much, Ma'am, for the very insightful and learning field session for our teachers. Now, participants, since your participation is crucial to the success of this workshop, we are now opening this virtual meeting to your questions and insights. Feel free to engage with Ma'am Rhonda and your fellow educators. Let's foster an environment of collaborative learning and exchange. If you have your questions, just place them here in the comment, and we and Mom Rhonda will be around to answer your questions. I can see thank yous dito, Ma'am. Mga thank you ang nakikita ko rito. Any question? I don't see any question from here. It seems you gave a very, very clear presentation, Ma'am. That is why there are no more questions. As a matter of fact, they have been asking questions earlier during your talk. Here is another question. Here's a question. Ma'am, to be implemented ba sa Pasig ang lesson study this is school year 2023-2024? I think the one who can answer that will be the supervisor of Pasig, Ma'am Tess. Next question, is there a possibility that your lesson study goal will not be achieved?
Yung lesson study goal, di ba good for 3 years? It can be achieved through lesson study. One lesson at a time. It can be achieved. Kasi kung tutuusin, yun dapat yung goal kung bakit tayo nagtuturo ng math. That's yung ating lesson study goal is the very reason why we teach mathematics. So sa lesson study, kinukuha namin siya. We make it visible. We remind the teachers, you are teaching mathematics because of this goal for learners. Yan ang kuha ng lesson study. So for math, sa science, meron din kaming finormulate. To remind the teachers, this is the reason why you teach science. Sa math din, this is the reason why you teach math. Actually, 5 yan eh. 5 yata or 6 yung na-formulate ko. Pero yung 3 would be enough. Makukuha na yung iba.
So, dun sa tanong po, Ma'am, na is there a possibility that it will not be achieved? Your answer is no.
Hindi siya ma-achieve kung hindi kayo magle-lesson study. At pag hindi nyo siya na-achieve, hindi nyo rin na-achieve yung goal ng teaching mathematics.
Oh. Now, from Miss Santos, maraming salamat po, Dr. Rhonda, for encouraging us to do lesson study in our school. I think taga-Pasig po ito. Ma'am, may question din si Ma'am Luisa Mayuga. How can we be a member of WALS?
Pupunta ka lang dun sa kanilang website, walsnet.org, and be a member of WALS. And if you are a member of WALS, they usually conduct webinars for members. And you can also participate. Ang mas maganda, kung malapit ang WALS, mag-attend ka. Kasi part ng MELS fee ay yung membership. But you can go directly doon naman. You can I represent the Philippines doon sa WALS Council. So
it's good to know. Ma'am, from Miss Laverne Monique, sabi niya po, you discuss well daw po, kaya she can already start her LS.
And you can, and if I have time, pwede akong manood. I can I can serve as a knowledgeable other
Ma'am, this is a question from Beth Floralde of Sorsogon. How could I form a lesson study team if I am the one and only who attended this session?
It will take a lot of your convincing power. Kaya normally sa aming training sa lesson study, hindi kami nag-i-invite ng teacher na galing lang sa isang school. In fact, I recently concluded a training sa SDO Legazpi and SDO Tabaco City. Isang buong school yung aming kinuha. The reason why Ligao National High School was very successful, yung buong department ng aming training. Yung Santa Lucia din, buong department. And now, yung buong department ng Orosite, yung tinitrain namin. I mean, they participate. Pero pwede din namang representative. Pero hindi maganda pag isa o lang. Mas maganda at least 2 or 3 from the same grade level. Yun ang pinaka-ideal. So if kasi sometimes nag-organize kami ng training, kung magbibigay ng trainees, dapat galing sa isang school, nagtuturo ng the same grade level. Kasi that will form a lesson study team. Mag-invite na lang sila nung hindi nag-attend to be part of the team. Pero at least, may kausap sila. 2 o 3 maganda. Pero kung isa lang, nasa convincing power. Paano mo explain yung lesson study sa kanila?
From Abelardo Lantoria, lesson study gives us the opportunity to go beyond the box. How a particular lesson will be presented in a better way. Yun po yung comment niya.
Kasi taga Santa Lucia po yan, ma'am. Nag-lesson study kami ng pagkatagal-tagal dyan.
Kilala niyo pala. So si Joel Monterde po, thank you daw. And also si Catherine Cacho Bacal.
Okay. Nakikita ko na yung comment. At yung private chat, di ko nakikita. Okay. Saka comments. Okay.
So ngayon ma'am, nakikita niyo na yung mga comments.
Wala ako sa comment. So, yun. I hope you can start yung doing the lesson study kahit isa sa isang taon. Kunyari, iplanuhin nyo, in this school year, isa lang, di naman kailangan. In fact, what we advise, isa sa isang taon, o isa sa first half, isa naman sa second half, kung kaya nyo. Pero ang mas maganda per school ay isa lang. And then, also we advise na merong common na long-term goal among the teachers within a department. That's why yung department head ay, yung role niya ay crucial. In Japan, meron silang, di ba, meron tayong mga committees sa school, o kunyari dito ka sa committee na to, meron silang committee ng research na ang trabaho lang is to formulate the research theme for the school na i-execute ng bawat department. O kung wala naman, yung department ay meron silang common long-term goal for the learners. And the MTAP, ang nakikita ko na magiging role ay provide a venue for the teachers to share their lesson study outputs.
All right. Maganda po yan. So we can host like some conferences for them to present their lesson study.
Pwede nga naisip ko, kung kunyari, the MTAP, for example, kunin natin yung, the learners will be able to ask questions na long-term goal, what if, or yung learners can communicate and reason mathematically. On the topic of, kunyari, ano ba yung topic na normally na mahirap ituro?
Or mahirap para sa mga bata.
Mahirap para sa mga bata.
Yeah.
Ipalagay na lang natin, factoring. And you will have several teams within the MTAP na nagle-lesson study about teaching factoring or teaching special products kung ano man. And then during your next conference, they will present their lesson and what happens during the lesson study. So you will have several ideas on teaching about factoring. Or pwede rin naman solving quadratic equation or problem solving involving quadratic equation. So pag kung kunyari buong Pilipinas magre-lesson study sa teaching quadratic equation, magsasubmit sila sa MTAP ng kanilang output, and then you can select those na pwedeng i-share. So that's how we build knowledge about our practice. Maganda
So,
po yan, ma'am.
Ma'am, we will have a conference, a national conference this coming May 2024. So ito lang po, nagme-message si Ma'am Male. So this now is a call for lesson study. You can submit to MTAP and then we will choose who can present sa May 2024. Approve ba yan, Ma'am Male?
So either bigyan niyo sila ng kung anong topic gusto nila, or MTAP ang magsasabi kung anong topic. Kung meron na kayong mga identified difficult na maintindihan o maituro, o sige, parang next magpa-present kayo that the magagandang lesson study about teaching this particular topic. Maganda po 'yun.
Yes daw. Kasi ma'am, I'm just thinking, baka po different localities have different difficulties eh. Baka yung mahirap sa mga taga-NCR, hindi naman yun yung mahirap sa taga-Luzon. So,
Another
baka
reason,
bigyan sila ng freedom of choice, ano ang gusto nilang i-develop.
pwede rin. And also, you explore the use of technology. Di ba? At yung kunya GeoGebra, magde-lesson study ka. How am I going to teach proving if through the use ng GeoGebra? How am I going to develop learners statistical thinking that involves this topic using GeoGebra or Excel, yung technology?
Ma'am Flor is saying, maybe we can work with you on that project po.
Sige, pwede naman po kasi I like doing this and I love to work with teachers especially on improving instruction. Yung talaga yung aking advocacy. Pag-uusapan lang natin yung aking time kasi hanggang dito na ako.
Oh yes, ma'am. May pa naman po ito. So maybe we will need an expert to evaluate, for example. Say maraming mag-submit. So we will need some experts po na mag-advise sa amin ng ganito.
Ma'am, marami na pong na nagre-lessons, marami na pong mga expert na rin sa lesson study among the teachers. Baka hindi nyo lang natatap dito sa MTAP. Pwede rin, just to adjust. Pero, pwede rin naman po na yung judging ay, ano ba yan? Yung parang, pero hindi maganda yung popular vote. Hindi po kailangan contest eh. Hindi naman po kailangan contest. Ang kailangan lang is they present different ideas na the teachers get to see it. Hindi po contest. Kasi hindi po maganda na contest.
Opo, ang goal naman po namin yung magiging appealing po sa mga participants, syempre. Ganun.
So, personally, hindi ako nag-encourage ng contest. But what I encourage is a venue where they can share different ideas for teaching for teaching a topic na ginawa ng lesson study.
So yung atin palang president, si Ma'am Male, was once a part of the group of lesson study in Quezon City. Yun naman pala. So, yun po. Meron kaming panibagong project. Something to look forward to for May. Kasi sometimes po, yung mga ganitong seminars, after the seminar, wala na lang eh. Dumaan lang.
So, meron dapat siyang follow-up.
Yes.
Follow-up activity.
Yes, so we will do this for the conference sa May.
No, they have time to do a lesson study.
Oh yes, ma'am. Enough time. So, may question po kanina, when is the best time? Ang sagot, now is the time to
Now is the
prepare.
best time to plan.
Now is the best time to
Sit
prepare.
with your co-teachers in the department.
Mhm. So, para hindi nila malimutan ng lesson study, they will keep that in mind at gagawin nila kahit at least one lesson study per year, no po, per school year.
Wala.
So, maganda yan. I don't see any more questions here. Does that mean lahat naintindihan na? No more concerns? Po ba? Ma'am Male, are you coming in? Pwede mo nang ipasok si Ma'am Dylan.
Hi po, ma'am. Waiting po ako kay Ma'am Malay makapasok sa StreamYard.
Hindi siya pumapasok.
Hindi po makapasok.
So, I hope I can accommodate also demo from overseas school since May is not yet our vacation po. This is from Jeddah, Philippine school in Jeddah, ma'am. So sabi niya,
nag-online naman kayo, di ba?
Hindi pa daw po pasokan sa kanila. Since May,
okay.
Hindi pa bakasyon. Hindi pa bakasyon. So, meaning vacation muna bago ulit pasokan. Ayan na si ma'am. So, there. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon po.
So, sa comment, ma'am, I think they have no more comment dito. So, shall we wrap it up?
Sige na po.
Good afternoon.
So thank you very, very much, ma'am. You have provided us very insightful. The session was really insightful and learning filled sessions. Kaya thank you very much, ma'am. Inubos namin yung maghapon nyo. Monday pa naman. So again, thank you. And it seems this is just the start. Mukhang marami pa po kami kasunod. Specific consultation with you. So, maraming salamat po.
And, maraming salamat din. Salamat sa teachers na nakinig. Happy lesson study.
So, I guess, Ma'am Malia, you have something to say po?
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Magko-closing message po pala si ma'am. Sige, hintayin ko na lang po.
Okay, good afternoon. I would like to start with saying thank you, Dr. Ronda, for giving us your time and for sharing your expertise. Of course, it's a partnership with Dr. Can't you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Very clear.
Okay, so with it's a partnership with Miss Garano of our regional supervisor in math, no? And she would like to have really the lesson study experience by most teachers in the National Capital Region. That is her dream, and I hope that her dream with this will be realized, no? And also, thank you, Mom, for giving us the idea that our conference will be more fruitful with a lesson study, being part of that conference. So I hope that you will be with us in that endeavor. So we will have an expert with us, and we will be more confident in sharing with teachers and that nationwide So we will be so blessed on that day because she will be with us. So ngayon pa lang po, umaasa na kami na hindi mo kami iiwan sa lesson study na to, especially on that very special day. So actually, that is our dream. That is what we wish na doon sa aming face-to-face session, we will have teachers relearn and experience conceptual teaching because teachers are used to procedural way of teaching math. So, but I think with your discussion, it is very clear that there is really a need for teachers to review how they teach, you know, to have to base the teaching of mathematics on some scientific way of doing it because teachers just teach. They don't really mind the approach that they are giving to their learners. As I experienced also the lesson study when I was younger in Quezon City, I know how that lesson study helped, no? The teachers, also the leaders, the head teachers of the school, and all the teachers in that particular grade level. Kasi talagang it improved the collaboration, the learning of the content, and the delivery. No? So there will be basis on saying that this particular approach is very good, this particular activity is very good. Hindi lang yung very good siya, pero hindi naman napatunayan. No? With lesson study, talagang focus ka, pag-aaralan mo, hindi basta-basta. So, talagang very good naman para sa akin talaga yung lesson study as I experienced it before. Okay? So, parang mas hindi naman masyado yung difference doon sa inilatag ko. Kasi parang ito pa rin, mas gustuhan ko ngayon, mas clear na yung sa mga teachers. Parang nakadetalye na talaga. Hindi katulad dati na kami ay nag-aaral pa din kasi medyo naiwanan kami ng aming leader. Parang hindi na siya napalo. So, ito yung challenge sa teachers na engage on this. No? Kasi ito yung makakatulong para maiba yung kanilang paglatag ng mga pagtuturo nila sa bawat classroom. Sabi ko nga, ang tagal na natin ginagawa, lagi ang problema natin na hindi naman i-improve yung results, no? Based on assessment. So, baka ito na talaga yung dapat isagot natin. Dito na tayo magsimula ulit. At hindi, sa akin kasi hindi na talaga kailangan siguro masyadong palitan yung curriculum. It's the teaching. No? It's what is happening inside the classroom that really matter. No? Ako, ganun ako eh. Yun ang paniniwala ko eh. Let's focus on the teachers in their delivery, and I think there will be changes and differences in the result of the assessment. And also on the learning style and how they accept mathematics in their life. And that, you know, ako naniniwala kasi na pag magaling ang bata sa math, he will be a good person in his journey as you know, as a leader, as a follower, wherever he goes. Kung magaling siyang mag-reason, he can make a good decision. And that will can only be learned. That can be learned, no? In math. Ayun. So, ang hamon ko sa teachers, don't just teach numbers, be a math teacher. Be good and be better every day. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, supervisors and everyone involved in this journey. Thank you for making this day seminar workshop successful, and of course with the presence of our guest, Dr. Erlina Ronda. Thank you very much.
Thank you po.